Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Saturday night. Welcome back to ROM Hack Races. How are you feeling? It's great to see so much hype in chat tonight. This is really exciting. We're back. We're here with another fun level tonight. I'm going to tell you all about it. This might be a little bit different tonight. We're all going to have some fun. If you're just joining us, you don't know what's going on, welcome. Like I said, it's Saturday, and like I said, it's ROM Hack Races, where every Saturday night we have a fresh, new Super Mario World Kaizo? Question mark. Usually Kaizo, but Super Mario World level made by someone in our community, raced by the people that you're about to see, and it's a challenge of sight reading and improvisation, so the racers are just going to have to use all their wits and skills. They've never seen it, but the testers have seen it, and we have some rankings ahead of time. We're all going to get to check it out. That's what's up. I'm sure some of you probably knew that, but for those who are just joining us, I like to try to welcome new friends. Tonight's level is an interesting one, and I think we're going to all have some fun and learn something. This is 1-1-BEX, created by lolyoshi and Rextep. A twofer tonight. Now this one, normally we have Kaizos, but we really like the makers showing off their creativity, and we'd like to open it up to all sorts of gameplay around here. So tonight's level is in fact a standard hard level. And don't be fooled into thinking that this is going to be like, oh, very easy baby level. But we are grading this on a slightly different scale tonight. We are using the VIP scale, which is an older method for ranking standard levels. This one on the VIP scale tonight is rated 4, which is tough for most players, requiring trial and error, considerably harder than vanilla Super Mario World, requiring intensive learning even for experts. And we're going to learn a little bit about what that means. We're going to learn a little bit about the difference between standard and Kaizo and kind of what that implies. It's a vague sort of gray area, and there's a lot of overlap. You're going to see some great skills tonight from all of these racers. There are 11 signed up tonight. We got B2DE, we got Bunker Games 82, we got Cardboard Cell, Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, Germ Dove, Groovy Toony, Max Takeover, Proto Pizza, You Fail Me, and Zaplex. We've also got, we had testers. People play the levels behind the scenes and give it ratings and let us know how it's going to go. This week, the testers tonight were Fen, Mithrillionaire, Sulfur X, Gossip Greg, and Mars. Welcome to some new friends. We really appreciate that. Our restreamer tonight, pushing the buttons and making everything look good for you, playing that nice music. Fen helping us out. Thank you so much for that. And of course, Dr. No hanging out in chat, helping us out with literally everything. Kelgand on the tech, Amper on the base ROM, ROM Hack Races base ROM, and D4 helping us out with all sorts of things. Scouts tonight, we got Scout, and they're watching all the streams and letting you know who is taking the lead. It's Fen, Starlord, and Dr. No on the scouting tonight, and it's all of you hanging out in chat, so please feel free to put some hype up for your favorite racers. We're here to cheer on everybody, and you're gonna see some great moves. But yeah, wait, oh yeah, I'm Glitch Cat. That was the other thing I wanted to say. Hi, it's me, I'm Glitch Cat, and I am gonna bring you the play-by-play. If you want to learn anything or have some questions, please feel free to ask, or you can always go to romhackraces.com, our official website, and get on the Discord server, or download the patch for this level if you just want to try it out yourself, and learn a little bit more about what we are and what we do here. Oh man, thanks for hanging out tonight. Oh, this is really exciting. A favorite part of the week. We've got B2DE in the upper left to start, Germ Dove, You Fail Me, and Ender of Games. Now, like we're just about ready to start here, but keep in mind that this level is not Kaizo in the traditional sense that we would think of Kaizo, and we'll get a little bit more into what that means later. But for now, we are ready to go. Let's go. It's 1-1-BEX from Rextep and lolyoshi. So look out. There is some stuff going on. There are some video games happening. You Fail Me in the lower left. Pretty good at this. Now, these kind of standard levels have a little bit of a different MO, modus operandi, than your traditional Kaizo. In Kaizo, you generally have one thing that will get you through the obstacle. You could refer to that as a through line of motion. There is one. What are you doing, Germ Dove? Wait a minute. What the? There's one through line of motion in a Kaizo, but in a standard level, the directions can be interpreted a little bit. There is more than one thing to do, but all of those things are challenging. So watch for the racers doing a little bit of improvisation and tackling some obstacles in a slightly different way. Another thing to keep in mind about this, you might notice, not infinite lives here. But don't worry, 0 lives will not lose the racers any progress. We have ensured that. Oh, look at this, B2 touching that goal post, but it's not going to do you any good. Mario walks when they touch the goal, and if there's a pit in the way, Mario will just walk off the edge and fall, and you have to try again. So what have we got? We got a lot of standard stuff. Some stuff you'd normally see, some poison mushrooms that will get the player. And one skill that you're going to see right off the bat, shooting out of that cannon pipe, the edge landing. It is possible to land right on the edge of a pipe next to a piranha plant or something like that, and use that little bit of space on the side. Watch for racers using that to really good effect in this one. Looks like you fail me, though. Keep your eyes on the lower left. Yeah, failing the edge landing. Notice that. Yeah, but B2 getting it in the upper left. We've got it's a little bit hard. I'm trying to keep track of who has got the lead here. It looks like everybody has realized that in the other room you can't really make any progress because you can't touch the goal tape. So everybody here kind of on the same path now. And yeah, like I said, keep in mind, like, the lack of a singular through line of motion. There is one thing to do to survive, but it's a little bit more open, but that doesn't necessarily mean easy. Yeah, there's B2 trying to get a landing on that Goomba. So the Goomba is falling off that ledge, and they're going to try to hit it in midair. Yeah, let's zoom in on that opening pipe trick a little bit. They are being shot out of that pipe with what we would call cannon speed, and by not pressing a direction on the D-pad, they maintain that speed, and they really need to do that because the gap that they need to clear is very wide. However, as soon as they get where they need to go, they have to immediately react to that and land on about 1/4 of a block. So, you know, something to keep in mind. Here goes Ender in the lower right. Look out, Kaizo. Yo, you fail me in the lower left. Okay, they've got, yeah, they've been past this point, I think. Yeah, you fail me here on a sight read right now. So these obstacles after this will be new for them. Let's see what they can do. So notice, you fail me. Yeah, they have a shot here. These really good edge landings. Wow, you fail me in the lower left. That one piranha isn't going to go back up into the pipe. Oh, and they missed the midair, but they got the okay, so you can respawn. This is kind of a standard thing. You have a little bit more of a try to do something that is still exceptionally challenging. Yeah, you know, that's the thing. You could use the hidden block. I am just looking here in the lower left right now because you fail me. Oh, they could have saved that with a wall jump even. So that's pretty big progress, and something that you're going to see come into play with these races is the interplay between the racers being consistent at obstacles in order to get tries at the later parts, or are they going to one-shot something and get through, get some knowledge, get some extra progress without needing that extra consistency. So you could say You Fail Me is in the lead right now because they know the most, but someone else could one-shot that and change things up a little bit. And that's what's very interesting about a standard level. It gives you a little bit more time to recover, and with some improvisation or some clever movement, you might be able to one-shot something in a big way. One thing they want to keep in mind, I'm looking at these double piranha plant obstacles. B2 died on it just a minute ago. In the vanilla conception, and it's not really something that you see a lot in Kaizo these days, makers have been really good at sort of getting rid of it, but if Mario touches 2 sprites, which are overlapping, watch for the piranhas. The jumping piranha goes up, and then the one from the pipe is down there at the bottom. There is a chance that if Mario touches either of those piranhas while they're overlapping, he will die to one of them, right? The overlapping sprite, you're safe on one, and one of them also kills you. So watch for that. I'm trying to find some tech to explain, but this is like the most Mario level. Like normally I'm all like, well, this custom mechanic works in this way, but you all know how Mario works, you know? Got the 2 types of jumps, regular and spin. You know about that. I try to gear my commentary towards, you know, people that might not be as familiar. I don't want people to feel silly for not knowing the jargon. So yeah, Ender there too in the lower right, demonstrating. Yeah, 2 ways to get up there. You could hit the hidden block and make your way up that ledge, or bounce on the Goomba in midair. I think a good way to think of the sort of the difference between standard and Kaizo is that Kaizo can often be thought of as sort of a ninja warrior obstacle course. There's only one thing to do. You have to climb across the ropes, and then you have to run up the little slanty platform, and then you gotta jump across the boulders and such. You know what I mean? There is one thing to do, and the obstacle in your face is there's one way to do it. But take a look how in standard, you can move around a little bit. You can respawn an enemy. You can do it, you can jump over something or underneath something. The trick with this kind of level design is that even though there's more possibilities for movement, all of them are challenging. Pick whichever of the challenging options you really want to go for. Was that a wall clip? I even missed it. Man. You fail me right now. Yeah, check the lower left. Yeah, you fail me. See, they're able to get P-speed here. A Kaizo level might restrict this a little bit, but yeah, getting the P-speed, they can get across with that gap, and they're really sharp on those edge landings right next to the Piranha Plant. Also interesting to note that for once, the players' lives are actually going down. So you can actually see how many like attempts each player has put in on the level so far, which is kind of interesting. You fail me in a tough spot. They see the landing that they need, but they really want that, maybe that chuck to be there to bounce off of it. They think they can, ooh, all right. Oh, you fail me trying for it. Yo, it's Mason, SMW in the upper right now. Let's see what they've got. We got B2 in the upper left and Ender too. Pretty tight. You fail me though. The same spot they got to last time, except they landed the jump. Levels like this are really fascinating in that you really get to see, I think, like the player's skills in the abstract. Playing standard is not always just playing easy mode or baby mode, and sometimes, you know, players that are good at Kaizo setups and stuff might find themselves a little more challenged by a situation where they just have to improvise. You're not just given the formula to get through the obstacle like you are in a Kaizo. The difficulty on this one is a 4 on the VIP scale, which is just a way of measuring standard levels. Call it 4 out of 10. It has some stipulations, but extra challenging, requires a little bit of trial and error, and substantially harder than vanilla Mario World. The skill that is really coming into play here and kind of making the difference for these racers tonight are these edge landings. And I love this because landing on the edge of a pipe like that and avoiding getting killed by the piranha, that's like a 90s Mario skill. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us that were playing games all the way back when, that was a thing we did. And that was like, whoa, you're really good. You didn't even get hit by the piranha. Fun fact, you can also do this kind of edge landing with a thwomp. If a thwomp is taking up that 2-tile space, you could also land on it that way. It's a nice little trick, and it's very classic. You know, some things never change in Mario. It's as hard as it ever was to do that. You know what I mean? It's been a good trick for many years. Here goes You Fail Me. They know what they want there with that winged platform, or that block, yeah. Stopping it at the right moment. Has there ever been standard levels? There have before. We have, in fact, in the past done some standard. We like kind of just to let the makers show what they want to show, and like all forms of challenging Mario are good for you, you know? It's good to have some diversity. You Fail Me, yeah, they've got some skills. They've played a diverse range of hacks. And You Fail Me in the lower left, back again at the wall of chucks. Let's see what they do. This is a sight read now. You Fail Me in the lower left. They don't know what's coming up. Okay, let's go. Nicely done. And the clutch sight read to win it. Yo, You Fail Me. Yup, very good reads. That's good level design to show the player, here is what you're doing, right? You see it all on screen, but can you pull it off? Very good stuff tonight. GG, You Fail Me. Kaizo, standard. They do it all. There's more though. We got more. We got B2, DE. We got Mason, SMW in the upper right. Germ Dove and Ender at the bottom of your screen. If y'all have any questions about Kaizo or tech or whatever, please feel free to ask, but I think this is such an accessible level, both to view and to play. This is really just, anybody can try this one. I want to say again, thanks so much to lolyoshi and Rextep for making this. It is really, I mean this unironically, unsarcastically, it is really refreshing, actually, to see some standard stuff and to see some players being challenged in a different way. You know, it's, I don't know. I really just think that I think it's changed over the years. Like, there might have been more of a divide between Kaizo and standard, you know, back when, but I really think that a lot of Kaizo players have really come around and understood the value of something like this. I think it's really important if you're the type who treats their gameplay as a kind of a martial art zen sort of mastery. It really helps to walk multiple paths and to get yourself doing some of this improvisation. Kaizo was born out of this kind of thing. Standard came first. And even today, some of the most feared hacks and the really tough ones, they're not Kaizo, they're still standard. Hyper 6 is still, you know, scaring everybody and frightening souls to this day. And is that Kaizo? No, it's not. It's a standard hack. Luigi's Adventure, anyone? Gaiden? I'm glad that people are still putting these out, and I really think this is a great way to showcase what kind of power this kind of level design has. There is a Kaizo block, but it's not as mean. There it is. Ender of Games, they're hitting it. Not quite as mean. Yeah, less a block designed to get in the way of your jump, and more a block that you could find that would help you jump up somewhere. But here's a good example of the divide between standard and Kaizo and why this kind of thing is interesting. Take a look at Ender of Games in the lower right here. They're in a position where they didn't hit the winged block in the right spot in order to jump across by standing on it, right? So in a Kaizo level, you would just die. Oh, you didn't do the thing? Well, guess what, buddy? You died. But in a standard level, now you're faced with another option. Okay, you didn't hit the block correctly, but you could get P-speed maybe and run over it. Or you could do a really good no P-speed jump and land right on the edge. It's this kind of improvisation that I think is good. It's a good muscle to flex. Here's Germ Dove, see, trying for it. Yep, they're going for the P-speed. You could think about that and switch the position of the brown block. But yeah, Germ Dove is trying to improvise. They went, yeah, see, they tried the P-speed, and then they went back on that, got up on the block, and made the jump. And it's like, you have to be able to know what to do when you're not being explicitly told by the level. Kaizo levels, you know, their bread and butter, essentially, even the cryptic ones, are sort of telling you exactly what to do. You do this, you just have to figure out what that is. Mason, oh, look out. Man, I feel like I'm having an easy night. You know, normally I'm like, I gotta explain all this stuff and talk about tech and stuff, but I try to break it down so that people, you know, can understand the Kaizo tech involved. But I think even casual Mario fans understand, like, Goombas get squished when you jump on them, right? Piranha plants come out of pipes, but sometimes they don't go back down into the pipe. You know, coins come out of blocks. I love how you can make something so interesting and dynamic out of the very basic Mario stuff. These fellows are called charging chucks. They are meant to be football players. They will run at Mario when he gets near. Oh, Mason. So you might notice that the players' lives are getting down a little bit. B2 sitting on 56 lives. Germdove with 39. Don't worry, we did test behind the scenes, and oh, B2 saw that. We did test behind the scenes, and a game over will not result in loss of progress. Because there's one section. So B2 DE right now, they have gotten a pretty deep run, but they didn't get the read where You Fail Me had gotten it. That would be kind of interesting, Fen, if we had a race where like progress or a win was measured by like deaths or lives remaining or something other than just simple clearing of the level. You know what would be interesting? Okay, here's my thought. There's like, it's like some kind of big level, and the players have lives, and once they've beaten the level, they can go around again for as much as they want. And the winner is the player who eventually produces the clear with the fewest deaths. You know what I mean? Like, you got 2 hours, you can beat the level all you want. The goal isn't necessarily to win first. The goal is to produce the clear with the fewest deaths. Everyone's going for the deathless, and you do whatever it is to learn those strats. I think that might be kind of interesting. If you all have thoughts about ROM Hack Race events or things you might like to see, please feel free to reach out on the Discord server. It's you can get the link on the website. Does the different Goomba sprite change anything but looks? Yeah, it should be a 16 by 16 hitbox. I would say the same as a naked Koopa that popped out of its shell. I'm willing to bet that's what they are. They're probably just reskinned green Koopas that walk. That'd be my guess. Yo, thank you too, Alpi, for that 8-month resub. Welcome back. Thanks for supporting ROM Hack Races and what we do. Thank you. Yeah, normally when you see a new, like a sprite, like a Goomba or something, it's generally not, it's just a regular sprite that's turned into something else. You'll see that often with moles. Like the cars, you see like cars in some levels. Oh, Mason, look out, trying to drive their car all the way to the end here. It's Mason in the upper right. Yo, let's go. Yo, Mason SMW. Nicely done. That's an 1820, I think, on the timer. Very good stuff. Good stuff. This is a nice level tonight. Good stuff. Let's say hey to Cardboard Cell in the upper right. I think everybody's doing so well on this because of nonsense. Everyone's been getting in your standard hack practice lately. Yo, B2, look out. B2 in the upper right, they're back again. Wait, this is their first time here? I can't remember. Oh, smart. They just waited for the mole to walk a little bit, but so they made that jump easier on themselves. Oh, how smart. Oh, a very smart play, B2. Oh, that was great. Yeah, they didn't need to jump on that mole right away. They could have just waited. That's that standard improvisation coming in clutch for them. It's Endless Ascent now in the upper right, Cardboard Cell, Germ Dove in the lower left, Ender of Games. First podium down. We're looking for the top of the second podium now. Don't trick yourself into thinking that 20 minutes is like bad on this level or something. These are very, very good players racing against other very skilled players. No one at the Olympics is running slow, you know what I mean? They're just running slowly relative to the other incredible runners. Germ Dove. Trying to get that little bit of speed. I see what they're going for. Yeah, oh! Looks like they bailed out, but that was tricky because they have to do such a big jump. It really, the edge landing illustrates something that I think is really important in all of Mario, and all Mario gaming. It'll help you in Kaizo, it'll help you in Standard. It's just a good fundamental skill, which is being accurate with your movement and landings to within half a block. And you'll hear me say this rap a lot, but if you look at like Small Mario, right? Small Mario is one square big. You can actually divide everything in the game into grid squares like that. Mario is as big as a question block, The mole, for example, is a 4x4 grid of squares. Everything. If you haven't seen this before, now you won't be able to unsee it. Everything is a square. And I had a point with this. I was going somewhere. And then I saw B2 was raiding, and I just completely, yeah, even the spikes are square, the munchers are actually a square. Everything fits into a square box. And so, okay, I remembered my point. And so, the important movement skill is to be more accurate than one block. Because one block of space, look at the brown block on Germ Dove and Endless Ascent, right? That one brown block up there, if you've played any precision hacks, you'll know that that's actually a lot of space. You can stand on that block and adjust your position, right? And so you can be standing on the extreme left of the block, the middle, or the extreme right side. Those are distinct positions. And what a really good player is able to do is land on any of those positions. And if you want to practice this, you need look no further than, oh, Ender, yo, GG. Let's give Ender a Spirit Award. The very first one. That means you're trying hard. That's the You Gamed Really Hard Award. GG. GG, game over. No progress lost. See, they're right back in it. Bunker, yo, did we get the clear? Yo, GG. Instead of clear from Bunker Games. Yo, GG, Bunker Games with the clear. That's excellent. Top of the first podium. That's good. That's a 22. That's very strong. Well played. I was hoping to see some folks show up for this one. This is very accessible. This is really, you know, people, how do you learn Kaizo? You know, how do I get better at Kaizo? What are some basic Kaizo hacks to play and practice? I'll tell you what, dude, play some of this. Or Dudette, or non-binary Ood. Play some of this, Ood. Give this stuff a try, because you really are, like, I think there's this tendency among Kaizo hopefuls, Kaizo enthusiasts that, like, well, unless I'm playing a Kaizo hack, I'm not really getting better at Kaizo. I want to play shred metal. I don't want to sit here playing Baba Black Sheep. That doesn't, that's basic. You gotta let go of that, because this stuff can be just as tough as any Kaizo out there. And if you play this kind of stuff, one, it's a little bit accessible, so you can win a little bit more. You don't have to mess with so much esoteric tech, cryptic setups, LR controlled on-off blocks and motor skills and all the other things that really can bamboozle newer players. Try something like this. I promise you got my Glitchcat 7 guarantee that you are training your Kaizo skills when you do stuff like this. You're training your ability to land on the edge of a block. If you can be more accurate, if you can point to any, okay, I'm gonna land on the extreme left side of the pipe and avoid that piranha, you don't even know it, but that skill will help you out in Kaizo a lot. All over the place, right? The basic essentials of Kaizo is the same. It's moving, jumping, positioning the character. I'm passionate about this particular topic because there is more to modified Mario than Kaizo. And I know it's weird, it's me saying this, but there really is. There's a whole world, and a lot of standard makers and a lot of folks were around long before it ever took off on Twitch and in the content creators space. There were people just hanging out and making really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So here's a chance to really celebrate standard level design and show what it has to offer. If anyone's interested in trying this out for yourselves, romhackraces.com is the website. Cardboard Cell is crashing into that Chuck. But yep, just going over to romhackraces.com and download the patch and you can try it out. This is the kind of level that looks like recognizable. You know what I mean? If you were to show someone, if you were to go back in the 90s and show them this level, they would understand it. If you showed them something from, you know, Hacker's Dreams or Invictus or even, you know, Grand Poo World 3 or whatever, GG Cardboard Cell, that's not a game over. That's a you're gaming hard. That's the GG award. I'm gonna say GG for all of those. But you know, something like Invictus would look kind of incomprehensible. It doesn't even, it like doesn't look like Mario World. These do. Then there's really something to be said for that. This is, you could, if you could beat this in the 90s, you would be a god. This is like harder than any level in vanilla Mario World. This is, and maybe this is a bold claim, this is harder than Tubular. Dare I say it's harder than Outrageous. Do you remember, chat, do you remember the first time you beat Tubular? Like, do you have, is that a core memory for you? Because, believe it or not, for me, it's not. Heck, I don't even remember, personally, I don't remember the first time that I beat Mario World. I don't have that moment in my memory, like, I finally did it, oh, Dad, get the camera. Don't remember. No, I don't know when that happened. I finally beat Bowser, but Cardboard Cell in the upper right is trying to finally beat this wall of Chucks. See how they use that one tile of space? See how they position themselves to get extra momentum? Very good jump. Cardboard Cell, ooh. Spicy jump. Going for those dragon coins too. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. They know they're not necessary, but they did it anyway. Ah. I think that is true, actually, Finn. I think Outrageous is the hardest level. Tubular is tough, but Outrageous, I think, is tougher. When I found out as a kid that you could skip all of, like, basically all of Chocolate Island by going in that one secret exit and you go straight to Wendy, I was, like, mad. I was like, why would they put that in? It just, like, why? Like, I had to do all that stuff and I didn't even have to. I was, like, mad. Yeah, we all know that P-Balloon block, Fen. Yep, it's the one situated right underneath the football chuck, right after you pass the jumping piranha plant. Yep, it's that one. Yeah, Chocolate Island is dangerous, but tasty. Really cool race to watch tonight, yo. Thank you for making ROM hack races a little part of your Saturday. Don't forget to pick up a Donkey Kong mallet and swing it really hard and smash that follow button. And we'll make more once they're broken. That's fine. But come back and hang out with us every Saturday. We have these races at 8 p.m. and we've got a really vibrant community on Discord. I would personally like to shout out the Creation Help channel on Discord this week. Thank you, everybody. You have all really helped me out. So if you need some help with your next ROM hack project, you want to make something cool in Mario World or learn a little bit more about it, check out Ampersand's ROM hack races base ROM. It's a literal godsend, makes the process so much easier, and the Creation Help channel on Discord has some really friendly friends in there. GG Germ Dove, yo, 100 lives, let's go, give it 100 more. Yeah, love to see that. I want to celebrate those, you know, turn it from like a negative thing into a positive thing. Like, yeah, Germ Dove, yeah, go, yeah, get them. How are you all feeling tonight? My job is easy tonight, man. There's not a lot of tech to explain. But like, how are you? I feel like we don't get to chat that often. Thanks for watching. I don't know, it's real fun. I hope you're having fun. This is great. We got Endless, we got Cardboard Cell, we got Germ Dove and Ender of Games. It's classic Super Mario level. We need more standard hacks, man. I wish I was good at building standard. Maybe I would be if I tried, you know? I'm also really liking the sort of, hybridization that is occurring. I think the more people play some standard, the more Kaizo players play standard, the more ideas are going to sort of hybridize. And we've already started to see, like, 100th birthday cake from Hawaii Luta, these sort of, is it Kaizo? Is it standard? It's got a little bit of both. The difficulty curve kind of goes all over the place. And that's good. That's great for creativity. Zaplex, what's up in the upper left? Zaplex, Cardboard Cell, Germ Dove, and Ender. Is Lunar Magic difficult to learn? No, I would say not. It's difficult to do complicated things with it, but no. It has a high skill ceiling, but I'd say a low enough barrier to entry. It's easy enough, if you get Lunar Magic, it's easy enough to just start placing some blocks, make a level to try out. It's easy enough to learn the basics and get yourself going. Once you want to dive into more complicated things than just rearranging the stuff in the levels, that might be a little bit of learning, but I think it's a good thing to learn. It's a great way to get started, is just mess around. Open up, even just to open up the game and see how it was made. You know, just like take it apart, take the vanilla levels apart, move the blocks around, and just get a sense for like how that all is built. No, it's not that bad. Not that bad. I would say if you're nervous on it, there's a lot of good tutorials out there, both on YouTube and on like the ROM Hack Races Discord. Lots of folks willing to answer questions and help out. And a lot of people who are very, very smart about all this that do amazing things. Then they help us mere mortals, and we appreciate that a lot. Help each other out. That'll be our motto. I'll be real though, I see. Now hang on 1 second here. Because hold up, wait, Zaplex. Direct your eyes to the upper left-hand corner. Zaplex needs a little bit of momentum and a quick leap. Oh, nice try. But here's the thing though. You know, for all my knowledge of Kaizo gameplay, I am not actually very good with code stuff. That has classically been kind of overwhelming, and I'm not good at like abstractions and take the ASM folder and put it in this and then edit the line 5 to be call hashtag sign of the ampersand hashtag ASM that you want your code to run, then inject the code using this program. Like, that overwhelms me. So I would listen to people who are smarter than me, not me. I am less the professor and more of just like the old guy in class. I'm more of a transfer student. There are amazingly talented people who do a lot with this, and I have learned from them. But now I can put in custom graphics and music, and I've learned a lot about how that all works, so take that. Oh yeah, Ender of Games. New strat. Yep. Instead of hitting that coin block, they just stand on it. I'm gonna second that one, Doc, in chat. Yeah, SMW Gaiden. Or is it Gaiden or Gaiden? I never know. Very, 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 very good hack. It is worth doing. You know, all you Kaizo players, you know, myself included in this, but all you Kaizo players, you always want a challenge, you know. Oh, give me some hard hack. Give me 500 rooms of intense trickery and Kuso mechanics. You want a challenge? Go play, go run the gauntlet. Go play SMW Gaiden. Like, you still will get a challenge. And I say this kind of tongue in cheek. I'm being silly, right? I'm lampooning a straw man. But you know, I have kind of had this vibe in from Kaizo players that like, oh, standard doesn't have anything to offer. We do mid-airs and wall clips around here. Like, you gotta go and learn. You gotta learn from those that came before us. And you know, just like how, you know, oh, that movie's in black and white. There's no way it will be good. Only 4K movies are good. Like, no, they're not. You know. But I'm actually real proud of us that stigma seems to have disappeared over the years. Like I'm speaking to an attitude that's 4 or 5 or 6 years old at this point, which, yeah. Yo, Groovy Toonie, I want to say hey here in the lower left to Groovy Toonie, Ender of Games, Cardboard Cell, and Zaplex. I like that. Yeah, it is less impenetrable. You know, and I like that. I like that assessment. You know, as speaking as someone who I've been doing this Twitch, you know, content Kaizo thing since like Mario Maker 1. You know, I've seen a lot of change and development, and yeah, it's definitely, I think, moved away from, oh, it's all sadistic, brutal, evil, torture, or it's impenetrable and kind of only the realm of really dedicated god players and stuff. I like that. I think you're right. That is kind of falling away. Yo, you fail me. Thank you for the raid. Good job tonight. Well played. You got all that practice on that nonsense. Been playing that nonsense. GG. Good first tonight. We're hanging out here with Zaplex, Cardboard Cell, Groovy Tony, Ender of Games. Oh, make that proto pizza. A nice chill night for everybody. I hope your weekend is going very well. It's always nice when you avoid when you're told about a Kaizo block that you never hit. I always like that. I just feel like real good. Like, oh yeah? Oh, well, oh, there was a Kaizo block there? Oh, I didn't know about it. Guess I didn't see it, huh? Wow, that's weird. Oh, Zaplex. Nice try. Proto Pizza try. Oh, it's a different part. What's that? A Kaizo block? Oh, not for me. No, none for me, thanks. I'm trying to watch my intake. And you know, I've been talking a lot about how standard can strengthen your Kaizo skills, but the reciprocal is also true. If you have some Kaizo experience under your belt, you'll find that you're having an easier time with some standard stuff. If you can do something on command, like land on a falling Goomba in midair to get over a cliff, hey, you've got a leg up on the design. Man, great edge landings from everybody. I'm proud of you all. I'm proud. The skill ceiling has risen. I'm proud of everyone. Every time someone lands on the edge of a pipe like that, just know that I'm proud of you. What's the lore behind the name anyway? That's a good question. I don't know. Perhaps someone else in chat would, but I don't actually. I mean, it should be pretty obvious. This is a remix of 1-1 from SMW Gaiden, right on. You know, another reason that can be good to play standard, this one's a silly reason, but it's true, is that, like, if you're good at the game, if you play a lot of Kaizo, play standard in order to relax and just win something. It can feel really good, like, getting to use all your fantastic Kaizo skills to just obliterate some level. It feels great, you know? You get to feel the sort of power that eludes you sometimes when you play a really tough Kaizo level. Oh no, cardboard cell. Ah, jeez. Oh, you can see it. Oh, they're trying to respawn the Goombas. Oh, jeez. That's another, you know, that's another skill that standard will teach you, where you're not, what the Jedi would not have told you of this one. Respawning sprites and maintaining control over the camera position in subtle ways that get sprites to behave the way you want them to. That is a skill that Kaizo very rarely challenges, because all of Kaizo's setups rely on such, like, consistent spawns and consistent camera movements. If a sprite is spawning weirdly in a Kaizo game, we'd say that's a bad thing because it produces inconsistent results. But here in a standard level, you really could save yourself sometimes. The enemy ran off the edge. Okay, we'll jump and swing off to the side and then respawn it and have it get yourself another try. Pardon me. That's true, that's true. Yeah, you can do it in Kaizo hacks, but it's considered cheese. Yeah, in a standard hack, you've done something skillful and gotten another try. In a Kaizo hack, you cheesed it. You weren't supposed to do that. Yep. And that gets into something that I think standard trains you to do better than Kaizo does. GG Ender. I mean, they didn't win the level, but they got the GG game. GG aim over. But standard trains you to look at the level, look at the situation in the level, and think about what you can do. And this is distinct from Kaizo, where quite often you're just asking, what do I do? In Kaizo, we know that there is a way. Maybe it's cryptic or weird or whatever, it doesn't make any sense, it's janky, it's inconsistent, but there is a way. There's something here that I do in this situation that lets me get through it and on to the next thing, right? Standard, that has, you know, it's obviously beatable, you can win, but standard doesn't just spell that out for you. There isn't just one way to do it in a lot of cases. And so when you play standard, you're not asking that question, well, how do I figure out the maker's cryptic path for me? They want me to do something, but what is it? And standard, you're just looking at it and thinking, okay, what could I do? Well, and that what that gets you good at doing is like eyeballing distances. Oh, I could jump up there, or I could go over there. And when you're looking for cheese in Kaizo, that's the first thing I'd always say is think in terms of what can I do, not what does the maker want me to do. right? The maker doesn't want you to cheese it, but if you think outside that, you might notice something. And that's just another benefit of playing standard. It's going to train your brain a little bit better to notice clever solutions to things, or to think outside the box a little bit. Oh, gotcha. Okay, Hirag. Yeah, in Gaiden you start at Yoshi Refuge 1A and Yoshi Refuge 1B, and this is a remix of that. Okay, okay. Another reason to go play SMW Gaiden. You know, personally, this really is just personally, but I'll take a long vanilla level over a bunch of short, kind of easier sections in a Kaizo. I think that that's more interesting than like several easy Kaizo obstacles in a row. If the way you're arriving at difficulty is all of the things you're doing are pretty chill, you just have to do a lot of them, I think in that case standard gets more interesting. That's probably just personal preference, but I would love, to go on your comment there, Doc, like I would love, I should really put my money where my mouth is, but I would love to see more standard hack speedruns. I think routing and running a standard hack would be really interesting and would also lead to using a lot of Kaizo tech. Maybe you could mid-air over something. Maybe you can bring a shell jump and get on the ceiling and cheese something. There's all these possibilities that Kaizo opens up. I mean, if you go back enough in time, Kaizo is just players who played a lot of regular vanilla Mario World screwing around and just doing things. Like, Kaizo didn't invent the midair. You know? You know who invented the midair? Vanilla speedrunners. Kaizo didn't invent sticky fly. Kaizo didn't figure out regrabs and start using them. This is all the domain of standard. All the Yoshi tongue manipulation that we use, standard. That comes from vanilla speedrunners. They were here long before us. So I don't know. I wanna speak for that, like standard speedrunning as kind of an option for people. You don't just have to climb the ladder of ever increasingly difficult Kaizos. That's one way, you know, but there are other gameplay options, and you know, I say this kind of thing to encourage diversity, right? The more diverse ideas and attitudes we have with gameplay and level design, get better stuff. That's good, man. Doc, you're on a roll here. Kaizo is learning a card trick to impress your friends. Standard is learning the same trick to win a poker game. Yeah, totally. Totally. Great determination tonight from these racers. I see the skill improvement happening. Ender of Games and Cardboard Cell here, both back for their try. Oh wow, the sync up is great. Yo, I like this. Yeah, Ender, see, they're getting extra tries at that Goomba. Yeah, that was good though. That's good gameplay from Ender. Yup, they waited to commit to that jump until they thought they would make it. And if they didn't think they'd make it over the wall, they bailed out and respawned the Goomba. Yo, Zaplex, upper left-hand corner. Taking their time. Just taking their time with the Goomba. Excuse me. Gosh. Blech. Cardboard cell back again. Oh, they got the jump. We could have a run here. Cardboard cell, let's do it. Now they've been past this point, so they know a little bit about what they want here. Oof. Something else in standard that's, I guess, a little bit tricky to talk about without really a visual aid. And, like, stop me if I'm getting too abstracted here, because this kind of gets into a metaphor kind of territory, but generating momentum. Momentum is, you can kind of think of it like a currency. At least I do. You generate momentum, and then you spend momentum. And in Mario World, horizontal momentum can be translated into vertical momentum. If you're moving a little bit faster, you can jump a little bit higher. Yo, Max, takeover. Is that a clear? Do we get the clear? Oh, do we miss it? What's up? I just see them sitting on the overworld. Is that the win? I missed what just happened. My bad. Oh, did they win it? Is that a win? Excuse me, I completely missed that. My bad. Yo, Proto Pizza, back here in the lower left. Ender, not a clear. Excuse me. Okay. Cardboard Cell, Zaplex, hanging out. But yeah, momentum. Momentum is a currency, and if you are the guiding principle is if you are moving a little faster, you can jump a little higher. And as a general rule in Mario World, you kind of want extra momentum. So the way this shakes out for this level, especially that final jump that everybody has been kind of having some trouble with before the big wall of chucks. If you do a jump from a standstill, Mario is just standing there in one tile, you don't go as high or as far as you would if you had even a little bit of momentum. And so you'll see players, this is a precision hack kind of thing, it's a standard kind of thing, and you'll see them get on one block, right? But just like I was talking about standing on the left or the right side of the block, if you can be accurate enough to put yourself to the left of one block that you're standing on and then move and jump, you have a little bit of extra momentum and a little bit of extra height in that case. So watch basically what this boils down to for any kind of gameplay, standard Kaizo or otherwise, is that you want to, how do I try to say this? Make the most of your runway. Sometimes you'll miss a jump because you landed too far to the middle of the platform and you wanted to land more to the side of it so that you could run farther before you actually jump. Being aware of the momentum that you're generating by your movement and how that translates into your jump and how that's either helping or hurting you is a really good thing to notice. Does that make sense? I feel like I needed like a sense check. Did that make sense? Momentum is a currency. The way you generate the currency is by moving along horizontal surfaces. You can also generate momentum slightly in the air, which if you see a player like standing on a block, they jump off the block and swing off and then land back on the block. Now they're landing with more horizontal movement, and that's how they're getting that extra jump. Does this make sense? I feel like I'm not making sense. I have to check. You know what? Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, momentum is an energy. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That is better. Yeah, momentum is an energy. You accumulate the energy, and then you spend the energy. Yeah. Yeah, that's a much better way to put it. But if you think, but really, I think my point with this is to think about your gameplay in terms of conserving and generating energy. In general, you want to have the most energy possible. And so if you find that your jumps are coming up a little short, you never really land where you want to land, everything kind of gets messed up. Zaplex, look out in the upper left. You know, try being aware of that. Try gaining a little bit more energy momentum-wise by running along the ground. Zaplex. So close. Oh, GG, cardboard cell. GG. That's the determination award. This is a tricky skill. I see this part kind of bodying everybody, but it's a challenging skill to land on a falling enemy in the air. That is really tough to do, actually. And historically, as far as I recall, one of the first times that was used in Kaizo is in the final level of Takamoto's Kaizo 1. You're doing a thwomp drop, which should be pretty common for a lot of folks. That is it's a tricky skill. It's a really tricky skill to master, but I'll give you my way to do it, and maybe this will help some folks out. What I do when I'm in a situation like that is I'm not looking at the enemy that's falling, really, and I'm not looking at Mario either. What I'm looking at is the imaginary point where those two things are going to collide. And that you need like a little bit of info. You're watching the enemy, and then you also have a pretty intuitive sense of how high Mario is going to jump in that situation. And so you just want to put your eyes right on that imaginary point where they're going to collide, and then just stick Mario's feet there. Maybe that's simplistic, like, oh, just get good. But that is what I'm doing, and it goes back to a skill that I think is really important in games in general, and it's the reason why I recommend playing the arcade game Asteroids. You should all play more Asteroids, because Asteroids teaches this exact skill. I give it a fancy pseudo-intellectual name. I call it vector convergence, which is really just a fancy cardboard cell. Hold up, no fancies here. We got cardboard cell. Hold up, I'll tell you in a minute. Good luck, my friend. Oh, those two vectors. Yo, Zaplex GG. Those two vectors did converge. So a vector, a moving line, right? You know, there are two moving objects on the screen producing two vectors. Where are those two vectors going to collide? It's if you think of the game Asteroids, you're shooting a laser at a moving target, right? So, or the joke from Futurama, you should have aimed at where I was going to be instead of at where I was. What they're getting at there, in their silly way, is vector convergence. That the moving object is going to be at a point in the future, and you're aiming for that point in the future. And if you can look at two moving objects on the screen and immediately figure out where they're going to collide before that happens, then you're seeing the future. Then you're playing the game in the future, and then you can guide yourself in your gameplay that way. This is silly. Sometimes I feel like I have too much pseudo-intellectualism about all of this. We're just talking about jumping on Goombas in the air, but I need to give it some kind of nomenclature or something. But maybe this makes sense, and maybe this will help other people see the game in a different way, help you grow your skills. So Zaplex here, up in the upper left, back again for this mid-air Goomba. What you could do, so okay, so here's the thing that I would be looking at, right? In this situation, this mid-air Goomba, Mario can jump about to the height of the grass that's on the ground. See the grass texture at the top of the ledge there? Oh, that was a good try, Zaplex. That was a good try. Mario can jump about to the height of that grass, right? So all you're really doing is jumping and trying to get Mario into that gap, right? Because you know that's where the Goomba's gonna be. So it's just about timing your jump so that you wind up in that spot at the right moment. This is like very, I don't know, I feel like I'm just saying something very obvious, but in a complicated way. Hey, good job, Proto Pizza, getting that coin. Ender back, let's go! Oh my, Ender of Games. Nice save there with those chucks. Ender in the lower right. They've got a chance at the end. Good chance. Proto Pizza. See, they're using this, they're swinging out to get that momentum. Watch what they do. Smart. Okay, I see. Yeah, they're getting momentum. Yep, they want that momentum. Nice, Proto Pizza. Let's go. With a shot at the end. Aha, they got the dragon coin. Oh, no! Oh, they were right there. Oh, that was just a tough sight read. They boosted off that one Goomba, but they saw too late that they had to re-grab across. Oh, that was it. Yeah, two at C's exit, yes. Cardboard cell, there we go. Look how everybody is generating momentum. That final jump to get to the chuck wall, watch for the racers to generate momentum and see how they do it. Some people back up and do like a 1-2 jump. Cardboard cell, no! Man. Some people back up and do the little 1-2. Some people jump to the left in the air and then land and try to get a quick jump. There are multiple ways to do that, but the thing to note is just look at them doing that. You try to do that yourself too. Pay attention to that energy conservation. The Super Mario Brothers is not just a game. It's a game of energy conservation and maximization. It's a game of vector convergence. Pseudoscientific physics. Thanks for the rave, Groovy Tony. Thanks for racing with us tonight. Ender of Games, getting into a little bit of a football predicament. Yo, nice consistency. This is what we need here. Ender. Oh, jeez. I mean, it is, you know, Fen? Cardboard cell, nice momentum. See how they got that extra energy with that one little swing jump. And very good consistency. Cardboard cell, they know what they want here. Let's go! Nice. Cardboard cell for the win. Nice regrabs. Good consistency. Once they learned that ending, they were back there in a flash. Nicely done. Thanks for racing with us, Groovy Tony. Nice to see your name on the list. I really want to say a shout out to the newer racers coming around. Really appreciate it. And that's Cardboard Cell for the win. GG. Zaplex, Endless Ascent, Proto Pizza, and Ender of Games. Still kicking it with us. This is, wow, the final four? That's pretty cool. If anybody out there, if you're thinking you might like to race with us, be our guest. You can go to romhackraces.com and check out all the info. Sign up on the sign-up sheet. These races are open to anybody who wants to try their hand. And thank you all for coming out and watching. I just hope you're having a really comfy Saturday and a good weekend and staying warm. GG, Proto. GG. That's the You're Working Hard award. Taking a look at the schedule coming up, I noticed, did I see that next week our maker is going to be the one, the only Solve for X? You'd think we would have figured it out by now. You know, X. Yo, and CO with the New Year's level, that's gonna be fun. I would imagine, although it hasn't really been discussed yet, I would imagine we're taking a hiatus week during GDQ. We've done that in the past. I would imagine we're doing that this time. Maybe not, I don't know. Oh, we have one scheduled. Okay, that's fine. I will have to get a fill-in for the commentary. Hey y'all, I gotta get up for 1 second. I gotta mute my mic for a second. I will be right back. Okay, hi, hey, I'm back. Did I miss anything cool? Probably. Y'all doing okay? Feeling comfy tonight? I hope so. Thanks for making ROM hack races a little part of your Saturday. Oh, nice dodge. Oh, endless ascent. Oh, sorry I said anything. Didn't mean to curse. Proto Pizza, nice Goomba jump. Yeah, I'm giving we have 500 cool points for every 1 Yoshi coin. So those add up pretty quick. Otherwise they don't do anything. The racers were told ahead of time you don't need the Yoshi coins, but I appreciate the swag of grabbing them anyway. Proto Pizza, yep, trying for that momentum. Here we go. It's tough. That is a very tough jump at the end. Ender of games, here we go. All right. All right, now Ender, they know what they want here. They've seen this ending. So we gotta get it. Aw, jeez. 1 Goomba short. Aw, man. So there were a few ways to do that winged block. You could get the P-speed and make the jump. you could hit the block on the far right side so it was close enough to make it, or you could just jump and stand on it. There were many racers doing different strats. Hey, GG, Ender. GG. Keep fighting. Haven't seen a game over in some time, man. Like, I'm kind of nostalgic. Like, oh yeah, I remember lives. Remember game overs. At least you don't have to put in another quarter, man. Proto Pizza, here we go. Ah. Momentum. Oh, excuse me, Zaplex. What? I was watching Proto, and meanwhile Zaplex up here taking home the gold. Nicely done. Well played, Zaplex. Final 3. It's Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, and Proto Pizza. You know, Groovy Tony, I appreciate your attitude with that. I really do. I appreciate your attitude in that, like, Kaizo is such a... modified Mario, Kaizo standard, whatever, is such a dense web of tech and knowledge and little things and properties about different sprites and things that happen. I think you have the right attitude with that. Just, you're learning, you know, we're all learning. I've played this game since the 90s, and I still don't know everything. There's so much. I learn weird little vanilla properties, like, frequently, all the time, so I appreciate that attitude. Ender of Games, Endless Ascent, Proto Pizza. Me and you. Some piranha plants. These ones aren't on parade, though. They're on the clock. Piranha plants on the clock. We should add that. Oh, what? A link to the merch shop over on shop.romhackraces.com, where you can get cool ROM Hack Races branded gear and support what we're doing here and help us put these races on. Whoa, amazing. Thanks. I really appreciate you checking out shop.romhackraces.com for some cool ROM Hack Races swag. Maybe you want a cool shirt to wear to GDQ or something. Well, I know where to get one. It's probably over on shop.romhackraces.com. I saw that, yeah, getting the first Goomba jump. It's possible to skip that invisible block by just kind of doing the you fail me Goomba jump there. It is so fascinating, isn't it? What is actually possible, that somehow this game, the math guiding the physics, the different sprites and interactions, the way the code is put together under the hood, all of it just contributes to making this kind of perfect storm where it's not even a game anymore. It's just like laws of physics. You know what I mean? When we say, like, I play SMW, what I really mean is, like, the SMW physics engine. That's like all that's left at this point. And it's interesting that under the hood, so many games of this era, Super Nintendo, NES, Genesis, Game Boy, all this stuff from this kind of era, so much of it breaks or crashes or doesn't really have glitches that are useful or interesting in any real way. The game Cool Spot, for example. You have a glitch, you can get extra speed and go through a wall. Does it help you that much? Sort of not really. Would it make a whole interesting tapestry for Kaizo? Hardly. Most games don't keep playing when you break them this hard. Mario World is uniquely... Well, it's a combination of being uniquely modular under the hood and the intense amount of work that people have done to help our hacks take to the game a little bit better. But I'm hard-pressed to think of another game that has such a rich tapestry of physical interactions and glitches that don't crash. Speaking of, not crashing, Proto Pizza. Crashing into that end. But, a lot of games will kind of freak out on you if they're rearranged too hard. Mario 2 kind of comes to mind. Mario 2 is tougher to hack because the code is so compacted that you're overwriting things sometimes, doing things that it doesn't like, and just simply editing Mario 2 will sometimes just crash your ROM for unknown reasons. Mario World behaves. Even things like when you put the torpedoes out of water, you can jump on them and get an interaction. They're not just useless. The tons of ASM that can be mounted in the game. It's fascinating. I don't know. It's a rich tapestry. I feel like I'm being all heady tonight with the things that I talk about. Like I'm just saying a lot of simple things, but in a convoluted way. Thanks again, lolyoshi and Rextep tonight. Thank you for making this. This is really fun and refreshing. Love to see some new ideas and some interesting stuff on ROM Hack Races. Thank you for this. Thank you for making. Like, I'm trying to think. Like, other games that have such a rich tapestry, and it's hard. Like, for example, I've tried to, there is an editor for Donkey Kong Country. For example, I've messed around with it, and I've gotten it to crash simply by placing too many trees. That is way more difficult. There are hacks of games like Donkey Kong Country and stuff. DKC2 Unveiled is awesome, but they're so much harder to produce. And even then, Donkey Kong Country does kind of have a rich tapestry of interactions, but even then, I think Mario World has it beaten a little bit. Super Metroid, I suppose, would be a game kind of like that. Super Metroid has a lot of interesting interactions and things that can happen. But it's just like, what is contained in the base game is the palette we start with. Does that make sense? And some games just don't have a lot of toys in the toy box in the first place. And you have to be real careful with how you do them because they'll break. Does that make sense? Like, Mario World just is a whole hardware store, whereas other games are 2 or 3 Legos that kind of connect to make a couple of things. You know, not a lot of people actually knew. I remember playing SMW in the 90s, and like not a lot of people knew that you could spin jump on almost anything. That was actually kind of a revelation once us gamers started getting on the internet and sharing information. Like, whoa, you can spin jump on the boos? You can kill the boo with a butt slide? Whoa, that's real? I don't think I knew. Oh, yo, Proto Pizza, they might know the end here. But I don't think I knew that you could like spin jump on Pobodos or something. Oh my gosh, Proto Pizza! Oh, I had my GG ready. Oh, I was ready. Duh. But yeah, you know, that was kind of esoteric information. I didn't know you could spin jump on Pobodos as a kid. I had no idea. Maybe Thwomps. I think I knew about Thwomps, but yeah, the overpoweredness of the spin jump wasn't immediately apparent in the 90s. If you want a game that's with a character that's vastly overpowered, Yoshi's Island. Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island. One of the major barriers to creating Kaizo in that game, which Yoshi's Island would be another one of these games with an enormous tapestry. In fact, honestly, Yoshi's Island might even have more. When you get right down to it, Yoshi's Island might have more than Mario World. This huge tapestry of interactions, glitches, enemies, interesting things you can do physically. Yoshi's Island is like, it's like we're sitting around on Earth talking about colonizing Mars. Yoshi's Island is the Mars in this scenario. You know what I mean? Oh, endless! No! Jeez. You know, Mario World 2 has it's a fresh, completely wide open territory with so much potential. Just an infinite resource, infinite potential for Kaizo design, interesting stuff. You could make something patently absurd in Mario World, in Mario 2 rather. You could make something that like only like a handful of players could even beat right now. It's possible. Just take the 5-4 skip and Kaizo it. You could make something ridiculous. But the problem is with Kaizo in Mario 2 is exactly like you're talking about. The character is too overpowered. And in Mario World, you know, all you can do is jump. But in Yoshi's Island, you can flutter, you can eat enemies, you can flutter indefinitely, you can gain height while you're fluttering if you're good, and you can eat just about anything and turn it into an egg, which you can then shoot to kill other enemies. You can also get iframes every single time you lose Baby Mario, allowing you to cheese through things. And so it kind of comes up against the opposite problem where you have so much power in Mario 2 that it's impossible to force the player to do anything. You can't make I mean, you can, but it's much more challenging to make a Kaizo obstacle. Proto Pizza trying to not get challenged on the final. Yes. And they went for the 50. I appreciate that. Nicely done, Proto Pizza. Getting cooked. Wait, this is a weird analogy. I was trying to do like Proto Pizza is delivered. It's coming out of the oven, piping hot, ready to be served in 25 minutes or less, or it's free. Nicely done. We got Endless Ascent. We got Ender of Games. We got me and you. And also Mario. That's what my mom calls him. He calls him Mario. But so in Yoshi's Island Kaizo, you almost need patches. Like Yoshi's Island Kaizo works because people have created patches that actually diminish the power of the character. Like one-hit KO from enemies instead of losing Baby Mario. Heck, even a lot of Yoshi's Island Kaizo, one of the first quality of life patches they made was just remove Baby Mario entirely. That there just is no more Baby Mario, and Yoshi just takes a one-hit KO and dies. But even then, you have fluttering. And in Yoshi's Island, if you give them a jump, nice Goomba jump, Endless. If you give the player a scenario of some sort, okay, well, they have to bounce on an enemy and then take a tricky egg shot. And no, they don't. They just flutter. You just flutter over it, and then you win. So it's almost impossible sometimes to force them to do anything at all. They're always going to have an available cheese. Yo, from Doug, many ROM hack race levels have been compared to or have paid lip service to the lost levels. This is the only one that feels this remotely authentic. I can agree with that. This is very, like, hyper special zone, beyond special zone, lost level Super Mario World. I get that. Yo, Endless doing great on this Goomba jump. Ah, one thing I didn't mention about those jumping piranha plants is they shoot fire. And if you're bouncing on them while they're shooting the fire, it will hit you in the feet. Hey, everybody's getting training on a really crucial skill. Now you're landing on the left side of a pipe, but tomorrow you might be using that skill to beat some Kaizo level in a really elegant way. Might be the right side, yeah, could be. I mean, you don't want to land on the wrong side. Nice job, Endless. Ascent. Yeah, it's always greener on the other side of the up pipe, too. Oh, Endless, man. Nice try on that Goomba jump. That was ideal. What are y'all up to this weekend? I wanna hear about what you're doing. I don't know. How's your day? How's your pets? What's up? Whole lot of nonsense. I hear that. Everybody's been loving it. I haven't tried it yet. I gotta get on that. See, this is good for me, cause I'm not gonna put out my hack right now. I'm gonna sit on it, so everybody can play nonsense. You know, what's the point right now? Everyone's all playing nonsense. I gotta see what's so great about all this. I mean, I saw you film me playing a little bit earlier, but I haven't really watched much, so I'll have to dive in. I kind of feel like going out to the bar and playing some pinball tonight. I don't know about you. You want to go? There's only one machine at the bar. It's Jersey Jack Guns N' Roses. and it kind of leans to the left. So don't trust the hold on the right flipper, okay? I was just thinking how GDQ, I'm gonna be playing pinball all day forever. I get an entire week in Pittsburgh just to hang out and play pinball. I'm gonna do that nonstop. If you're looking for me at GDQ, check the pinball area. Oh, that sounds like a crappy escape room, comrade. Not even like a fun puzzle to solve. They didn't even make you like look on the walls of the hospital and figure out like which of the letters were upside down and then put the upside down letters into a cipher that told you which of the canteens to open so you could get the key. You know, like, not even anything fun like that. I'm sorry. That's dumb. Heck yeah, that's the spirit, Defy. Pinball. Forever. Oh, thanks. Yeah, lift it up. Yeah, that's all right. I appreciate that. I was gonna shove a coaster under the foot of it, but instead I'm friends with the bar people, and I'm just like, listen, let me just bring a crescent wrench in here and fix this. Like, give me 10 minutes. I'll fix this. Just give me one crescent wrench. I'll fix this. Fix this problem. Well, Pittsburgh is a pinball town. There are, I can think of like 4 places off the top of my head that are awesome to play at. There's a taco joint right across the bridge from the GDQ hotel that has it. We're going there. I want to take everybody out for tacos. We're going to play Pins and Pints. We're getting really good tacos. Yo, they made Enter the Gungeon light gun cabinets. I want to see that. That's awesome, actually. You know, another good arcade game that not enough people have access to is Killer Queen. Has anyone ever played? Have you ever played Killer Queen? It's like 5-on-5 team-based Joust. Like the arcade game Joust. It's similar to that. They have it on Steam. It's Killer Queen Black, but it started life as a big old arcade cabinet called Kill. They have a Killer Queen at a bar in town. Oh man, see, that would be fun, but the problem is you need like what, 8 other people to play with, or what, you know, the teams are 5-on-5, right? So if you don't have 10 freaking people, good luck, you know? Like I was thinking like, man, it'd be cool if a bar got one or have one nearby, but then it's like, oh yeah, good luck getting 8 other people to play. Yeah, comrade, exactly. Yeah, you gotta find like 9 friends, but if you can get 9 friends that are into that game, it is a blast. Oh man, it is a really fun game. And it's really good, really fun team coordination. I really enjoy it. Honestly, I'd play in leagues if I could. If there was like a reasonable, if I could do a Killer Queen league, I would do that actually. That would be fun. Be careful actually calling it a barcade. Apparently a company named Barcade claims to own the trademark to the word barcade, and they like threaten legal action against other places that call themselves a barcade, but they're not like the Barcade franchise. Careful about that. But also, it's just kind of a generic term, so they're silly for that. But yeah, no, that's a thing I've actually heard. The Barcade company is kind of litigious about that name. There's a place nearby me that decided they wanted to be a barcade, but instead of actually getting real machines, they just got a bunch of arcade one-ups. bunch of like Legends Ultimate arcade cabinets. I've never seen so many arcade 1-ups in one place before. Endless Ascent. We are back at the mole. We are back at the Goomba jump. Let's go. No! Oh man! Did they have to hit the? What were they thinking in that moment? Ah, oh, jeez. Nice try. Nice try. And it's probably apparent to anyone who's actually cares about playing video games, but arcade 1-ups are not really an ideal experience, and filling a room up with them does not necessarily an arcade make. Like, let me ask you. This is a side question, but let me ask you something. Do you know how to play Dragon's Lair? Have you? Do you know? I mean, really, you might be aware of the game. You might have seen it once or twice, but have you? Do you know how to play the game Dragon's Lair? You know? If the answer is no, if the answer is not enough people know about the game Dragon's Lair, then one would think that an arcade 1-up Dragon's Lair wouldn't be a sound investment, right? You know, like you want your barcade to like have games that people want to play and they know about. Like I own an arcade. I own one arcade 1-up cabinet because it was on clearance at Walmart for $60, and so I got it because the box was all mangled and destroyed. And yeah, nah. I got it because it plays Tempest, and I like Tempest, and vector monitors are expensive, so getting a real Tempest is a chore. But I still have had to upgrade the spinner on it because they're the most plasticky pieces of garbage that I have played on. They barely function. I vaguely remember that big old bowling, yeah, that big old bowling ball game, yeah. It's kind of like almost like Golden Tee Golf. You know, it's a real shame that the trackball controller died. There was so much potential. Oh, let's go. Oh boy, let's go. Ender of Games. Hold up. We're jabbering away here. And the Ender of Games, meanwhile. Let's go, Ender. Nicely done. Yo, good clear, dude. Good clear. That was awesome. Well played, Ender. Great job. Yo, very fun tonight. I'm just kind of shooting the breeze with everybody, but really good level tonight from Rextep and lolyoshi. Thanks all for coming out and hanging out and watching. I'm gonna give a little wrap up here because you hear my silly voice, but there are a lot of people behind the scenes that make this happen for us week by week. Fen on the restream tonight, Mythrillionaire, Sulfur-X, Gossip Greg, Mars, and Fen testing the level behind the scenes. Doc, Kelgand, Ampersand, D4 always helping us out on Discord and stuff, and as well the scouts hanging out tonight. Fen and Dr. No and Starlord hanging out and doing scouting for us tonight. Thank you so much for that. Yo, thanks, like, me to you. Thanks, RomHack Race volunteers. I really appreciate it. Y'all help make this run, and really looks good. Thanks. We are gonna give Endless Ascent here a little bit of time, see if they can get it. We scheduled 2 hours for these broadcasts on Saturday, and you know, you never know. Maybe it'll be a little earlier, maybe it'll be a little later, or whatever. So we got some time here. We got some time. Fen says we got time. So we're gonna hang out. But yeah, man, it's really a shame that the trackball controller died out. I actually really think that's kind of a cruel injustice that never needed to happen. The trackball controller has a lot of potential, man. It's a great type of controller. Not for every game. You know, you can really play Donkey Kong 3 with it, but for a game that requires a lot of fluid motion, oh man, it is the perfect controller. Millipede, Centipede, I was literally just downstairs playing Arcade Millipede just a little while ago. Millipede, Centipede, Missile Command. Those are the 3 arcade games I can think of that had a trackball. And then you get like Golden Tee Golf and that bowling game. Crystal Castles, also Crystal Castles. What happened? What happened? No one's ever been able to give me a good answer to why the trackball just died. You know, I feel like it should come back. I feel like people should, Marble Madness, yes, thank you. But I feel like it should come back. I feel like indie devs should make something for a trackball controller. I feel like we could bring it all back. I think, yeah, light gun games are kind of dead. I think the move away from CRTs really helped kill light gun games. You know, once they didn't work on the refresh rates, once people hooked up Duck Hunt and stuff to modern TVs and didn't work, they're just like, whatever. Also, that was, you know, light guns was the era of post-80s video game crash where, you know, Nintendo really needed some things to make the NES look like a toy. Rob the Robot and the light gun were kind of a part of that. Yeah, true that. Yeah, the Wii killed light guns. Yeah, that could also be true because now you're just pointing the baton at the screen. The form baton. Well, yeah, what I'm reading is we'll be at AGDQ. And that's awesome, because I'm going to be at AGDQ also. If you're going to AGDQ for any part of it, look me up. I'll be in front of the pinball. Or maybe across the street having tacos and playing pinball. Yo, Ender of Games, thank you for the raid. Good clear tonight. Well played. Well played. That was some good edge landing. Man, Endless is really playing with some confidence, man. I think they're gonna get this pretty soon. Their movements are confident here. Honestly, I didn't even know they made a light gun for the Dreamcast. That's actually kind of impressive. They never made one. There's no light gun for the N64, which is kind of surprising, actually. Did they ever? There are 2 games for the Super Scope for Super Nintendo, Yoshi's Safari and Super Scope 6. They never did anything else with that, did they? Oh, they did make a light gun for House of the Dead. Really? I had no idea. Had no idea. Oh, good old Time Crisis. I don't know. I was never familiar with the Dreamcast library. Never even knew about it, really. I knew one kid growing up that had a Dreamcast, and they only had one game for it, and it was Crazy Taxi. That's it. Like, hey, you want to play Crazy Taxi on Dreamcast? Like, yep. Dreamcast was literally just a Crazy Taxi machine. I mean, you know, Crazy Taxi is a pretty good game. Like, that's fine. Nice timing on that jump, Endless. Alright, they could get it. I believe. Oof. All I remember Time Crisis is the machine at the arcade. And it's a tracked mode screen. Because I never really played it. It's just never... I was a Galaga pinball kid. And I pretty much never was like, whatever, gun game, blah, blah, blah. I had no idea. Did not know that Dreamcast was good for light gun. Interesting. There was this one game. It was like a target shooter game. You didn't shoot like people. You shot like clay targets and stuff. I did like that one. Haven't seen that in like 30 freaking years. Maybe that's a really interesting indie dev niche. Maybe somehow we could bring back light gun, you know? Maybe it's not worth bringing back. Personally, I'd rather have a delight gun. Just pointing at someone and makes them happy. Hey, you look sad. Hit you with my delight gun. Or no, that's the thing that they use to frost cakes, right? Delight gun. Good luck, Endless. Ah! No! Oh, no! Oh, I think they did that on purpose. Ah, jeez. They had just had the wrong idea. Oh, that happens. That happens to the best of us. Oh, they just had the wrong idea. Yeah, you just want to re-grab right through there. Yeah. They just had the wrong idea about what they want to do. Yeah, now they're... Oh, are they trying to... I thought maybe they were trying to wall clip. Yeah, right? He's just like me, for real. I too have the wrong idea. A relatable circumstance. Yeah, no, it is. That is a totally understandable thing to do in a Kaizo situation, right? Yeah, you want to hit the switch a bunch of times. I don't know why, but I have a bunch of chances to hit it, so I probably should do that. That's perfectly relatable. I've always been a little bit... they talk about like virtual racing, the Polygon era. I always was a little sad that Nintendo 64 just jumped right over to polygons, and we never got games like Celeste like 20 years ahead of their time. We could have had more awesome 2D games, but no, it's all polygons now. N64 actually helped push me out of gaming for a little while. Like N64 PlayStation was just like, well, I guess they're not making 2D games anymore. I don't like the polygon stuff, whatever. But we're here at about the 10-minute mark. And we got Endless. They're working really hard on this. We are going to throw the raid over. Thank you all again for hanging out. I really, really appreciate it. This is a favorite part of my week. And I just really like doing these. Seeing how the races go every week. Getting to see the creativity from the makers and the players. Really appreciate it. Thank you all for hanging out. Thanks for being a part of this and for sharing hype and support. Cool stories about gaming. If you'd like to learn a little bit more, you can head on over to romhackraces.com, download this patch, jump on our Discord server, and hang out next week for a new race. We've got Solve for X, the one and only, coming back, so you're going to see some brainy stuff. And I hope you have fun. Thanks for watching. Follow the racers. What else I mentioned? Nothing. Thanks for hanging. You matter. Your thoughts matter, your heart matters, your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 longboy furret. And the people that matter to you in your lives, I would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA+ lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled and autistic lives matter, and you. I will see you all around again this weekend. I'll see you next week for the race. I'll be about. Thanks for hanging. Keep working on your skills. Play some Kaizo. Play some Standard. And I'll catch you next time. Have a good night, everybody. Peace.